Yes! Go on, lads and lasses. Newcastle United back in action tonight in the FA Cup, and we took on Fulham down the Craven Cottage. The first time Newcastle have played in 2 weeks since, of course, we went on that massive 2-week break. And what a game! What a game it was tonight. Newcastle absolutely showed what we are made of in that game tonight against Fulham down at Craven Cottage. We've already beaten them this season, heading into this game in a 3-0 win, and we've done it again tonight. We've won 2-0 this time. However, goals coming from two Geordie boys, two local lads in Dan Byrne and Sean Longstaff. Sean Longstaff, of course, opening the scoring 39 minutes into the game, and a lot of people are saying it was a controversial opening goal. I've got to say, I completely disagree. I really do. You know, when you look at it, a lot of people are saying it's a controversial goal on the way that, you know, it came off of Bruno and it went into Longstaff's path, and then Longstaff swept it into the back of the net. You know, when you look at it on the replay, it comes off of here, fair enough, you know, but the arm is right in at the side, as far as you can possibly get in, you know, so there's no way it could be counted as a handball, in my opinion. I mean, it's way too close. The player who kicks the ball as well is way too close to Bruno for Bruno to even be able to make a quick reaction towards it. And the reaction that he makes, you know, is probably the best reaction that he can make, you know, which is move it right in as far as possible. You know, Jared Gillette sees that is worthy enough to guarantee the goal, you know, and award the goal to Newcastle United. And I agree with Jared Gillette. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I really do agree with Jared Gillette, you know, because I can't believe I'm saying that in the fact that, you know, Jared Gillette was the referee from the League Cup game against Chelsea, which he made very bad calls in that game, if you remember that game. And tonight, you know, yes, he wasn't great. The referee still made some dodgy calls in the game. But when he made the calls in the game tonight, there was that call, you know, which he got dead on for me. He got that dead on. A lot of people may think otherwise, but for me, he got that dead on. But that was the opening goal of the game for in the game. Sean Longstaff, you know, really happy for Longstaff to score as well. The lad, you know, really needed that goal, needed that boost as well. And it's nice to see him, you know, getting back on the score sheet for Newcastle United. And, you know, I'm sure he'll have absolutely loved getting that goal tonight. It means the world to him. You know, every time he scores, you can see it means the world to him. You know, at the end of the day, he's a local lad. He's one of us. He's one of our own. And he's scoring for Newcastle United. So, you know, every time he scores, it's got to be just absolutely magical for him. Then, of course, you know, we'll see we'll get a double in the game. In the second half, of course, the double comes when, of course, it is none of that then Dan Byrne, ex-Fulham player Dan Byrne, coming back again like he did in the last time we played Fulham this season, and again scoring against Fulham. A fantastic goal, I've got to say, from close range. Really good goal. Really happy for Dan Byrne as well. Two local lads getting on the score sheet. I mean, you can't argue with that. You know, at the end of the day, we'll always like to see, you know, the Geordie lads getting a go in the squad. That is what it's all about. You know, as Newcastle United fans will love to see our local lads getting the go. And tonight, both local lads getting on the score sheet. I mean, you can't ask for better than that. Some fantastic performances by other players in the squad tonight. You know, Lewis Miley, again, just another fantastic all-round performance by Lewis Miley. Flash, you know, did some really good moments in the game tonight. He did have one moment I thought was a little bit, you know, bad in a way. But even he knew himself, you know, he made a mistake on it, which was around about the 68th, 69th minute of the game. He got a breakaway, and it was him and Isak, you know, two of our Fulham players trying to defend against Flash and Isak. And Flash decided to go for the run himself. He could have passed it off to Isak. He would have had a much better chance of Isak scoring the goal, but Flash decided to go for it himself. It didn't work out, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to, pick on the lad for that. Even he knew himself, that was a bit of a dodgy mistake in the game, but we were 2-0 up at that point, so what does it really matter at the end of the day? What really matters is the scoreline. Newcastle won the game tonight. We'll put in a fantastic performance, and of course we'll go through to the next round of the Cup, which of course the draw for that next round of the Cup, 5th round of the Cup, and of course the draw for that will be taken around 2 o'clock tomorrow, before the Liverpool game on ITV. So keep an eye out for ball number 16. If you didn't see the preview, Newcastle United's ball number will be number 16 for that game. So hopefully we do get a decent draw. I mean, we've had some pretty bad draws this season in the Cups. The Champions League draw being one really bad one. The group of death in the Champions League. We did all right in it though, to be honest, considering. And the League Cup, we've had some dodgy draws and that as well. We did this season. But hopefully we get a good draw in the Cup draw tomorrow. Of course, 2 o'clock tomorrow, ITV. Keep an eye out for ball number 16 on that one. Hopefully we get a good draw, like I say. And then after that, we have the turnaround to the game on Tuesday, I believe it is, against Aston Villa, which we'll be taking them on down at Villa Park. Aston Villa at the moment flying pretty high in the Premier League, doing some really good stuff at the moment. They are, and of course we've already taken them on this season. It's in James's Park on the opening day of the season. It was a fantastic game, one of the best games this season, of course, right up there with the game against PSG in my book. It was an absolutely fantastic game, that game against Aston Villa at the beginning of the season. Of course, we're seeing when your boy Sandro Tonali getting on the score sheet in the game. Of course, Harvey Barnes as well, new boy getting on the score sheet in that game as well against Aston Villa. But we'll see what happens in that one. Of course, there will be a preview up on the channel for it. But as for this reaction to the game tonight, down at Craven Cottage in the capital, yes, as you might have guessed it by the title, the Geordie boys were calling, and we were calling for a win down in the capital, and we got our win, and we come away from the capital with a win against Fulham and progress through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. Till next time, remember to hit like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. However, lads.